So hello everyone. So in today's class, we will discuss some of the basic electrical properties of MOS transistors. So already we are very familiar with the MOS transistor operations and the working functionality of the MOS devices. So here we also have the knowledge about what is the threshold voltage. So what will the threshold voltage will do some of the functionalities in MOS transistor. So mainly in MOS transistors, so that will be implemented or designed that will be consists of a layer of metal, so that is called as a gate, and the layer of oxide SiO2, and a layer of semiconductor. So by combining these mainly these two materials in a proper substrate, so then that will be works like as a MOS device, metal oxide semiconductor device. So here we have mainly two types of MOS transistors. One is the NMOS and the PMOS transistor, and those two transistors will be operated in different modes. That is the thing about enhancement mode and the depletion mode. So in enhancement mode transistor, in this case the channel is going to form after giving a proper positive gate voltage. So by applying proper gate voltage, so whenever the device will crosses the threshold voltage, and that should be operated like as a two type of transistor, that is nothing but NMOS transistor and NMOS enhancement transistor, and another one is PMOS NMOS enhancement transistor. So that is about enhanced mode transistor. And coming to different type of transistor is depletion mode transistor. So in this type of transistor, so here in this the channel will be present by the implant. So irrespective of the external voltage, so it will the device itself, it have its own channel channel. So the channel will be removed by giving a proper negative gate voltage, negative gate voltage. So in this category also we have the transistor work like as a different mode of transistors. Those are nothing but NMOS depletion mode transistor, and another one is PMOS depletion mode transistor. So here these two devices or two mode transistors will work under saturation condition and the non-saturation condition. Saturation and non-saturation. So already we are discussed these operations. So step by, that means category wise, we are discussed in the last sessions. So in today's class, mainly we have to see the IDS versus VDS relationship. So based on the VDS, how that IDS will be developed in a MOS device. MOS device. So the two factors will be based on different parameters. That is nothing but that charge induced in the channel, and the electron transit time, and the length of the channel, velocity, or electron or hole mobility. So whenever these terms present in the proper applying the gate voltage, so that will be, those parameters will vary from one point to another point. So based on the variation of those voltages, so we have to vary the IDS current, that means drain to source current in the MOS device. So we will see the detailedly what are the factors involved in this IDS versus VDS relationship. So in the concept of MOS transistors, so mainly that evaluates the the use of a voltage on the gate to induce a charge in the channel. That means whenever we are applying the voltage at the gate terminal, so that will be induces a amount of charge in the channel, so that charge will be induced between the source and drain. So which may be that charge may be passed to move from source to drain under the influence of an electric field created by VDS. So this charge and the channel will be created internally within the MOS device. So that will be developed some VDS voltage. So that VDS is that the VDS voltage will be uh, forms the IDS current within the device. So that IDS is dependent on the both VGS and VDS. So this IDS is developed in the MOS device. So that is dependent on both the VGS voltage and the VDS voltage. So from that from that statement, so we have to write the IDS is equal to, or so that is equal, that is also equal in case of the depletion mode. So we can consider that IDS is equal to minus ISD. So in both the enhancement mode and the depletion mode, so that the IDS is depends on charge induced in the channel. So in short form we can denote as QC, and that is also ratio of electron transit time. So that in terms of the equation, so that will be denoted as a equation 1. So in equation format, IDS is equal to charge induced in the channel QC by electron transit time tau, electron transit time tau. So this is denoted with a equation 1. So in short form, we can call it as IDS is equal to QC by tau, QC by tau. So it will be in equation 1. So that will be indicated in equation 1. And another one is, so the transit time also, so that will be depends on two factors. That is nothing but length of the channel by velocity. So tau is equal to, or we can also call it tau is equal to transit time, the electronic transit time. Tau is equal to tau to, from source to drain, that is equal to channel length L by V. So that will be denoted in equation 2. In equation 2. So here we have we may write that velocity V is equal to mu into E into ds from drain to source current. So here we can consider, that means mu is it is the meaning of electron or hole mobility of in MOS devices, and the EDS is electric field, that will be the field created from drain to source terminals, drain to source terminals. So that is that velocity of that uh, electron transit time movement, or the speed of the electron, will be depends on V is equal to mu into EDS. So from the basic equation, we know that EDS is equal to VDS by L. VDS by L. So we have to consider that electric field in terms of that voltage developed in between source to drain by length of the channel. So that will be uh, by solving the above equation, or we have to arrange in proper manner, so that V is equal to, so here VDS is equal to mu into VDS. So VDS is nothing but mu into VDS. So that will be substituted in V is equal to mu into VDS by L. So that we have to substitute this value in equation T. So that transition time, So then the velocity tau is equal to L by mu into VDS by L. So this equation V, small v is substituting in tau ds. So that is tau ds is nothing but by L by V. So that's why, so we have to substitute L by mu into VDS by L, and the denominator factor is multiplied with the numerator factor. So then that will be become as L square by mu into VDS. So finally the tau ds, that is transit time from drain to source, is equal to L square by mu into VDS. Mu into VDS. So now I have to uh, consider the MOS device in two conditions. One is the non-saturated conditions and another one is saturation condition. Non-saturated and the saturation condition. So in this case, the charge induced in the channel, that will be the charge induced in the channel in the MOS device. So that is due to the voltage difference between the gate and channel. So whatever the charge developed in the channel, so that will be based on whatever the difference voltage is supplied in between the gate and channel. So the effective gate voltage, that maybe depends on that Vg is equal to VGS minus VT, VGS minus VT. So where VT is threshold, we can, VT is nothing but threshold voltage. So VGS is nothing but gate to source voltage. So that is the effective gate voltage. The effective gate voltage depends on VGS voltage minus VT voltage. So from the above equation, so we have to write the equation. The induced charge is equal to, the induced charge QC is equal to EZ epsilon naught W into L. So the induced charge in the channel is electric field that will be in terms of the gate voltage and some constant factors, epsilon naught W into L. So here EZ is electric field between the gate to channel, and epsilon is the relative permittivity of insulation between gate and channel, and epsilon naught is permittivity of free space, free space, and the W is the width of the channel and L is the length of the channel. So based on these factors, so the charge will be induced in the channel. So QC is equal to EZ into epsilon naught W by L, and that will be denoted in equation 3. So that equation will be denoted, the QC value in case of the non-saturation of the MOS device, that will be denoted in equation 3. So for epsilon naught, that is permitted of free space. So we know that the value is equal to 8.85 into 10 to the power of minus 14 farads for centimeters, farad per centimeter. So this is some of the constant value. This is epsilon naught and epsilons. These are related with some permittivity of the channel and permittivity of the free space for some constant considerations. So we have to assume those values to maintain a constant value. So already we know that the EZ is the gate voltage EZ is equal to VGS minus VT minus VDS by 2, VDS to a whole bracket divided by D, capital D. So that is in this PPT also you have to see EZ is equal to VGS minus VT minus VDS by 2, again divided by D. So here D is equal to oxide thickness. So this EZ value, this EZ equation will be substitute in equation 1. In equation 1, that is IDS is equal to QC by tau. IDS is equal to QC by tau. So in this QC, so the VG is equal in terms of this EZ in equation 3. So we get the QC is equal to QC equation. We know that that QC is equal to VGS minus VT by VDS by 2 D and W into L epsilon naught epsilon ins. So we have to substitute this easy value in QC equation. That is equation 3. That will be QC is equal to VGS minus Vt minus Vds square by dw into epsilon naught and epsilon ends. So whatever these two equations, that is QC and that tau equation, we have to substitute in equation 1. So in equation 1, so then we have IDS is equal to, so IDS is QC by tau. So this terms QC and the tau values will be substituted in one equation. Then that equation will become IDS is equal to VGS minus VT, VGS minus VT minus VDS whole square by D, and the W into L epsilon naught epsilon ends, and the tau value is nothing but L square by mu into VDS. So here in numerator we have the L and denominator we have the L square, and L and L cancel. That square we have L square means L into L. So in this we have to cancel one L in the numerator and one L in the denominator. Then the resultant equation will becomes IDS is equal to epsilon naught epsilon ins epsilon naught epsilon ins and W mu into VDS by LD and the VGS minus VT minus VDS by 2 VDS by 2, and this constant factors we can assume K is equal some constant K value. So whatever this epsilon naught epsilons and the electron mobility and the oxide thickness, then the equation that overall terms will be considered as a constant equation K. Then the IDS is equal to IDS equation that will be K into W by L VGS minus VT into VDS minus VDS whole square. So that VDS will be multiplied with the both parts of the VGS minus VT and the VDS. So that IDS in non-saturated condition, IDS in non-saturation. So that is the drain to source current depending on some of the permittivity values, that is K values, and the ratio of width and the length of the channel, and the VGS minus VT values, VGS minus VT into VDS minus VDS whole square by 2. So this much of current will we have to expect whenever the device will be operated in non-saturated region. So again, so we have to remove the some of the resistive regions. So in case of the VDS is less than VGS minus VT, so at the time we have to consider some constant factor beta. So that will be beta is equal to, we can consider some of the values, some of the terms, those are nothing but beta is equal to K into W by L. Beta is equal to K into W by L. So then the IDS equation will become beta into, then the IDS in place of K into W by L, we have to place beta. So beta is equal to VGS minus VT VDS minus VDS whole square by 2. So in this, so when we have to consider, if you consider the gate channel capacitance, so if the channel may have some of the capacitance values, then we have also considered the gate capacitance in terms of CG equal to epsilon naught W by L by divided by D. That means the gate capacitance, some of the permittivity values and the oxide thickness, and width and the length of the channel. So based on that, we get the gate capacitance value So that gate channel capacitance that will be considered with some of the K values. So K is nothing but Cg into mu by W by L in terms. So that same the K value will be substituted in terms of the IDS equation. Then the IDS will become Cg into mu by L square VGS minus VT VDS minus VDS whole square. So whenever that device will have some of the gate capacitance in between the source and drain terminal, then the IDS is equal to Cg into mu by L square VGS minus VT VDS minus VDS whole square by 2 by 2. So that much of IDS current we will expect whenever the device will be in the non-saturated condition. Non-saturated condition. So now next one. So if the device in the saturated condition, device is in the saturated condition. So in the saturation region, so we know that that IDS is equal to uh, saturation that VDS will become begins whenever the VDS is equal to VGS minus VT. VGS minus VT. So in place of the VDS, so we have to substitute this VGS minus VT. Then we get the overall term. Some of the terms will be cancelled in that equation. Then the equation will become that IDS is equal to K into W by L, K into W by L, VGS minus VT whole square by 2, whole square by 2. Then we can consider this K terms and the W by L in terms of the beta. Then the IDS is equal to beta by 2 VGS minus VT whole square, VT by whole square. So in case the gate capacitance will present in terms of the source to drain, then we get the Vg into mu Cg into mu by 2 L square VGS minus VT L square. So this is this amount of IDS current will present whenever the device will operate under saturated region. So here we have to see both the non-saturation and the saturation for the enhancement mode and the depletion mode. So whenever we have to maintain that constant VDS voltage. So here we whatever the vertical line that indicates the IDS amount, the IDS amount for the enhancement mode and the depletion mode. For enhancement mode and the depletion mode, the VGS voltage will be varies. VGS voltage will be varies. So in case of the enhancement mode, so that will be positive values. For the depletion mode, that will be consists negative values to form the IDS current within the MOS device. Within the MOS device. So those are the electrical properties of MOS transistors when that MOS device will be operated under saturation and non-saturation regions. Saturation and non-saturation regions. So these are the symbols of MOS transistor, enhancement MOS transistor, and depletion mode transistor. Depletion mode transistor. So we have to remember those equations for IDS versus VDS relation. So this is a very important question. So all of you must do the operation. That means, so whenever we understand the MOS device operation, so based on that we have to apply or we have to consider some of the basic terms, that are the basic terms involved to form the IDS and the VDS terms within the device. So here we know that the what is meant by threshold voltage of the device. So threshold, what is meant by threshold volt means, so it is the minimum minimum required voltage to operate the device in non-saturation and the saturation region. So simply we are applying the zero voltage for the MOS device. So whenever the device will crosses the threshold, so then only that VDS voltage will be developed in a MOS device. So the required amount of voltage, we can call it as the threshold voltage of the device, threshold voltage. So the gate structure of MOS transistor consists, so electrically, so that will make define in terms of the charge stored in the dielectric layers and in the surface to surface interface, as well as the in the substrate itself. So the switching and enhancement mode transistor from the off to the on state, and that state will consist in applying sufficient gate voltage so to neutralize these charges and enable the underlying silicon to undergo an inversion due to the electric field from the gate. So this switching is switching a depletion mode NMOS transistor from on to the off state, so that it consists in applying enough voltage to the gate to add to the stored charge and invert the unimplant region to P. So whatever it may be, depletion or enhancement mode MOS transistor, so that consists sufficient gate voltage. So based on that gate voltage, so we have to neutralize the charges, and so we have to enable and some extra silicon layer within the electric field with respect to the gate, so that required electric uh, amount of voltage is called a threshold voltage of device. So that will be for enhancement mode. In case of depletion mode, so that the state from the on to off, so already we have the channel in enhancement mode. So from the on to off state, that consists in applying enough voltage to the gate, so that will add to stored charge and invert the unimplant region to P. So here we are changing the regions or the atoms from one state to another state. So based on that, the threshold voltage may be expressed as in terms of the QB minus QSS by C naught 2 pi. So here QB is nothing but the charge per unit area in the depletion layer in terms of the oxide thickness. So that also in terms of the values, so we can extend those values in terms of QSS is equal to 1.528 into 10 to the power of minus 8 coulomb per meter square, coulomb per meter square. So this is about some of the equations, and the voltages will be takes place when the MOS transistor will be operated under saturation and the non-saturation regions. Saturation and non-saturation regions. So in the next class, we will see what is meant by body effect and the channel length modulation and the MOS transistor transconductance. So we'll see these topics in next session, next session. So thank you for watching.